New evidence is emerging as the search for Nancy Guthrie enters its third week in Tucson, Arizona. DNA of an unknown male was found on a glove recovered near Guthrie's home. The glove appears to match those worn by the person seen in this surveillance video. Police also tell CBS News they believe the suspect's mask and clothing were likely purchased at Walmart. As the investigation continues, Today's Show co-host Savannah Guthrie made another emotional plea for her mother's return.
We still have hope, and we still believe. And I wanted to say to whoever has her or knows where she is that it's never too late.
CBS News reporter Andres Gutierrez has been following this case in Arizona from the beginning. So what is the process now to test this glove's DNA? And we just learned about another high-tech way investigators are trying to find Nancy, right?
We did, Lindsay. Let's start off with the gloves, all right? So in total, 16 gloves recovered by the FBI out here. They say one of them matches the one that was seen in that doorbell camera. They have been able to retrieve that from a state lab that the county ends up using. They're waiting for a final confirmation. They were able to get a DNA profile of an unknown man. They're going to take that profile and put it into CODIS, the FBI's national DNA database. Now, if the DNA matches evidence from inside the house or if it hits with someone who's already in the system, investigators could put a name to the suspect. So this could be a big break in this case. We're still waiting to see what that FBI database ends up revealing. The other device that you talked about, that is the signal sniffer that law enforcement sources tell CBS News. It's a high-tech device that essentially tries to detect a signal from Nancy's heart pacemaker. It's a device that's usually used in missing persons cases, and it's to pick up low-powered electronic signals. Usually, it's mounted on a helicopter, and it's important to note that because 2 days after Nancy was reported missing on the 3rd, the Pima County Sheriff's Department had their helicopter doing several sweeps around the house just a few hundred feet away from her roof, likely and presumably using this device. It is one of the many resources that law enforcement has thrown, the other being manpower. The FBI continues to send additional agents from other field offices out here to Tucson. They've so far received more than 13,000 tips. They're still vetting these tips. Some of those have led to them executing search warrants like we saw on Friday night. There was a hubbub in a neighborhood just 2 miles west of here. It is Shadow Hills. That's the name of the neighborhood. Cops ended up focusing on a house there. A tip led them there. They talked to the people inside. Those folks were not arrested. And then there was another search done just 7 minutes south of that at a vehicle that they ended up processing. But again, at the end, also yielded no results, Lindsay.
Okay, Andres Gutierrez, thank you so much.